Cortisol is a steroid hormone and a type of glucocorticoid. Its function includes promoting anti-inflammatory states of the body and regulating metabolic and immune pathways. So the thing with the release of cortisol is that it's secreted as it's produced by adrenal glands above the kidney. These glands have what is called the zona fasciculata, which secretes glucocorticoids. Um, so in the brain, the hypothalamus pituitary axis is what controls production. It secretes the corticotropin releasing hormone, which is sensed by the anterior pituitary. This is where the releasing hormone binds to a surface protein on corticotroph cells, which therefore stimulates ACTH release into the bloodstream, and ACTH binds to the adrenal cortex receptors, which takes up cholesterol from the blood, and cholesterol is converted into cortisol.
Cortisol is lipophilic, so it can cross into the membrane, and it binds to the glucocorticoid receptor in the cytosol. But before they can bind, the glucocorticoid receptor has to be phosphorylated and bind to two heat shock proteins, which are elicited by stressors. After they bind, the receptor undergoes a conformational change, during which the heat shock proteins detach. As a result of this restructuring, two nuclear localization signals are exposed, causing the cortisol and glucocorticoid receptor to be translocated to the nucleus. The complex is called the glucocorticoid receptor complex. In the nucleus, this complex binds to the glucocorticoid response elements, allowing it to regulate gene expression. It can upregulate or downregulate protein expression by binding directly to DNA, tethering itself to transcription factors, interacting with neighboring transcription factors, or also altering activity of different kinases.
Cortisol is released when you experience stress, whether it be a rush of fight or flight or long-term circumstances. In fight or flight response, cortisol increases necessary bodily activities like tissue repair and glucose production, and diminishes non-crucial functions, such as digestion and growth. Repeated exposure to distress leads to high cortisol levels, which correlates with anxiety, depression, heart disease, and sleep problems. Cortisol is also important for maintaining salt concentrations, blood pressure, and metabolism.